Like and subscribe right now, or else this will be in your bed tonight. r/ask Reddit by Planet Reddit. What can someone do to get you to like them within about a minute or two of meeting you? I had a client tell me she really likes me. BC, you can tell I genuinely listen to everything she's saying and give an honest, thought out response. My business with said client ended back in February and she moved 800 miles away, but she still texts and calls periodically to catch up with my family. This means so much to me. BC, I have very bad social anxiety and am trying my best to seem normal around people, especially clients. Just out of curiosity, what is your job? I'm a realtor. Literally any attempt at humor instantly earns my respect. A friend of mine gave this girl a handshake while introducing himself. A second later he said while laughing, "Just so you know, I've jerked off with that hand." She took a step back and looked frightened. He then continued, "Not today though, and I've obviously showered since." Nervous laughter from her while saying, "That's good to know. I kinda wanted to die witnessing this shit. LOL. So, yee. Do not tell someone you've just met you've jerked off with the hand you just used to give an introductory handshake, even as a joke. So that's why everyone always takes a step backwards. A genuine smile and not complaining. So many people start a conversation by complaining about some aspect of their life. That's just no way to live. I realized recently that I'm bad for doing this. Surprisingly difficult habit to break. I do this too. I like to complain because it helps me cope with my day-to-day responsibilities. Active listening. Pay attention to the person speaking and acknowledge what they're saying. When it comes to your turn to speak, chat for a short while, but bring it back around to them by asking open-ended questions and continue to actively listen. I don't know the full science behind it, but I read something before that it creates a comfortable relationship in the person's brain and they will instinctively like you more. NB. I can't say this actually worked for me. I'm rather socially inept, so actually coming up with open-ended questions is a struggle. Can confirm. People say that I'm one of the most comfortable people to talk to, and that they feel like they can talk with me about anything. A great conversationalist. etc. Little do they know, most of my side of the conversation is just asking questions and using their answers to ask another question. That's what good conversations are though. Without each person building on each other's responses, it is just people talking at each other. Unless you mean they don't do that and you are just prompting them to continue talking. Well, that is a whole other kettle of fish. Stick up for someone. I, plumber, was meeting with a group of realtors to discuss some repairs that needed to be done at a house. One of the realtors was talking about another agent and said that she was retarded. Jason, one of the agents, stood up for her. "Hey man, it's not cool to talk about her behind her back like that. And you shouldn't use the R word. Massive respect since then. And you shouldn't use the R word. Realtor? The other R word. When the person makes you feel valued, that talking with you is a pleasure, not just perfunctory. Door-to-door salespeople are really good at this. I estimate you and your value to be high enough to buy my stupid ass product. Fine so, madam. Hand me cash. Here's $3 sweaty that I keep in my sock. Come sock. It might sound silly and simplistic, but be comfortable and open. That helps the other person to do the same. Now it sounds more like hard and impossible. I've always been a more quiet and reserved person around new people at least, and it always takes me a bit longer to warm up to them. I know what you mean that it sounds impossible, but you should try it. It can feel really uncomfortable at times, because I honestly don't even know what to say to someone I just met and I might fumble my words. But it's all worth it. I hope you do try though, it's really helped me feel a bit more comfortable around new people, environments and my own skin too. Tell them something personal, for example, I'm hiding kids in my basement. Basement is really the best option. If you put them in the attic, all they do is make an awful amount of noise. The pro tip, in case you don't have a basement, is to lay down the glass wool. If you are lucky, you can even gather enough blood for the bi-weekly offering and can keep the kid. I heard keeping people in the attic is a pretty successful strategy. If I make a joke and they successfully yes, and me, that feels really good. I love it when someone adds on. I also love it when someone sets me up. 10 out of 10 would talk to again. Yes, The best skill I learned from the few improv classes I took was just going with the flow by yes and ing in real life. It leads down some weird, funny holes and gets a lot of positive reactions when used in the right settings. Laugh at my dumb jokes. What can I say? I'm a simple woman. Flattery goes far. I'd love to hear a joke. What did the fish say when he swam into a wall? I don't really. It's like a gut feeling for me. I might instantly like someone or instantly dislike them. I would say be nice. But sometimes if I feel like I won't like the person, even when they are being nice, I won't still like them. This is not a good thing and I'm trying so hard to change. Be kind. Anyone can fake being nice, but kindness comes from the core of one's being. Any act of kindness. One time a friend of mine asked to carry my computer bag and I was like, whoa, I never noticed him before. It wasn't heavy, but him being considerate really got me. I read asking someone for a small favor like to borrow a pencil gets people to feel connected to you. I think asking to help would have a similar effect. It's basically the same concept, but you're on the giving side instead of receiving. Have a dog. Hello, I have 2 dogs. I have 5. Smile. Really, this. Can't tell how many times I've introduced myself to someone and all they did is saying their name and looking at me like I just murdered their cat. Makes me instantly dislike them. Really unsettling with that username. Ask their name. Call them by their name. People like the sound of their names. Strongly disagree. Saying my name after you already have my attention gives me strong vibes of manipulation. Only say it to get my attention or I'm going to think you're trying to sell me something. Totally agree. Feels either very false or even condescending depending on the circumstances. Quoting Airplane. I mean, a significant part of that movie is conversation so bad several people kill themselves. That being said, I could be misremembering on account of my drinking problem. I'm not an airplane guy with a drinking problem. I'm a drinking guy with an airplane problem. Compliment something about me that could be changed in 5 minutes or less, like a piece of clothing or my hair. Lot of people don't realize that complimenting body parts isn't something you do to a stranger because it's objectifying and uncomfortable. That aside, anyone who cares about what I write about is gonna make a friend real fucking quick because I crave validation for my writing. I could talk endlessly but I don't because I know no one wants to hear that shit, but if someone does I will die on the spot. What kind of stuff do you write? Sweats? Why you? You don't wanna get me started on my hyperfixations, it'll be paragraphs long. Not BRD. Sad Richard noises. Join our community Discord, link in description. Talk about Harry Potter and not make a face when I say that I'm a Hufflepuff. Username does not check out but take my upvote, damn it, can relate. Hufflepuffs unite. That's a long behind time, dude. If you have someone's attention, be kind. Interested in that person. Happy and outgoing. Food always makes me happy. Hugged me for a long time. With or without the hair sniffing and heavy breathing? Is it really a hug without that? If ye meet them for the first time, just be nice. Mutual contribution to the conversation or discussion. It's a huge turn off when one person is carrying the conversation. It is equally frustrating when one person is very succinct and just contributes to the conversation by asking questions. It very much becomes an interview interrogation. If you want someone to have a good first impression, be lighthearted, positive. Ask genuine questions but also contribute to the conversation. Answer questions genuinely. People pick up on things, especially in the beginning or the start of a relationship. Be totally sincere, even when it'll make me upset. That gives me security that this person will not bullshit with me. Learn their name. Nod your head when you and them are talking, and be interested in meeting them. I have to turn it on, but my wife says she can tell when I do it. This is going to sound so shallow compared to the other comments, but if someone compliments my dog, I instantly think this person was raised right. I try not to make that the basis of my value judgments. Hitler loved a good dog. Talk to me like we've known each other for years. Had a guy who did this in a weekend camp and everyone thought we've known each other from before the camp. Didn't even introduce ourselves to each other and the camp ended without both of us not knowing the other's name. This makes me like other women right away. She can ask me something, like if she has spinach in her teeth or if I have a tissue, and then we're commiserating about never remembering to put floss in our purses or how much allergies suck. Just be friendly and sincere. If they have an authentic positivity and seem happy to be interacting with me, that's all it takes. It makes me think, well, this is a nice person. Even if I feel like it's not entirely genuine, I'll at least appreciate that they're trying, and that's worth a lot on its own. Make a reference to The Room, 2003. Make me laugh. Laugh at my jokes. Instant best friend. Give me pizza. Pretty much 100% success rate. I'm weak when it comes to the ZA. A simple genuine smile. Answer from my friend because it's funnier than mine. My friend's name is Reese, so the whole "how your name is like candy" joke gets old for them. So anyone that doesn't make a joke about it after telling them their name earns immediate respect. I was one of those people, and that's why we're friends now. Gimme a "hey man, I'm so lonely" respect. That's all it needs. I'm pretty easy to please. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for 3 videos a day.